Good news, there's gold in Cincinnati, but we're not talking about that kind of gold. We are talking about Gold Star Chili. The brand began as a burger place before eventually becoming one of the biggest brands in Cincinnati, and this is its story. In 1964, brothers Fahid, Bashir, and Bishara Daoud combined their resources to buy the fast food restaurant Hamburger Heaven. The fast food joint was a prominent hamburger place located in Mount Washington on the east side of Cincinnati. Just as the restaurant's name suggested, the brothers sold hamburgers mostly, but did have other menu options too. They served Cincinnati-style chili, which many customers considered tasty. But there was a secret behind the chili. The brothers were originally from a village in Jordan, and they left their village in 1957. When the brothers were young, they often went with their mother to the local market. At the area, they saw how their mother chose the best spices, and the ones she chose stuck with them. So, using those spices that their mom chose, the boys began to experiment and modify their chili, eventually arriving at the Cincinnati-style, which customers couldn't get enough of. The brothers began to notice that despite having other things on the menu, only the chili sold the most. They decided to change from a hamburger store and only began serving chili. At the time, this looked like the best decision they could have taken, but it would be the one that would eventually make the business an easy picking for competition. The brothers decided to change the business to focus on their chili and renamed their business Gold Star Chili in 1965. It wasn't only the restaurant name that the brothers changed. They also changed their surname Daoud to David. Some of the brothers then changed their first names to Dave, Charlie, and Frank, with Bashir retaining his name. The brothers were brilliant with their chili and promoted it by telling people that they made it in small batches at the chain's commissary, which helped make it fresh. Despite making it in small batches, the restaurant now makes around 20,000 pounds or 9,100 kilograms of food for the restaurants in its chain per day. While the company is secretive about its chili recipe, people have guessed it using nutmeg, cinnamon, and cloves. They have also predicted that the company could use coriander, anise, cardamom, garlic, ginger, allspice, chili powder, paprika, oregano, cumin, and thyme. All of these spices then likely combine with the Cincinnati-style, which usually has lean ground beef, sweet onions, tomato sauce, and water. The brothers also use spaghetti, cheese, and beans as part of their chili recipe to make up their Cincinnati-style 3-, 4-, and 5-way creations that Cincinnati has become known for. And if you like to learn about the history of your favorite eateries, subscribe for more content like this. While the business was a family one, the brothers hired outside people to help them head the company, with family members taking up non-leadership positions. These leaders grew the chain, even reaching over 100 stores at one point. The business ran heavily on promotion, and one of its iconic ones was in 1993 with Tony Perez, the manager of the Cincinnati Reds and a former member of the Big Red Machine at the time. When he was active as a baseball player, Perez had the nickname Big Dog. So, for the promotion, the company used a version of the name Big Doggy for their foot-long cheese coney, with Perez also having signing sessions with fans. In addition, the chain also gave out miniature bats. The business's subsequent promotions also relied on Cincinnati Reds. The company really values its link to Cincinnati, and its chili was the official chili of the Cincinnati Bengals until 2023. After Mike Rohrkemper retired in 2015, Roger David, the son of one of the founding brothers, headed the company, which marked a change in the family's policy of bringing in outsiders to run the company. Roger didn't get the position on a platter. After leaving college, he worked in Gold Star Chili's marketing department for 10 years before moving to other companies to work as a marketing executive. Then he became the CEO of another restaurant chain in Cincinnati, Buffalo Wings and Rings, before getting the Gold Star CEO position. Roger changed the business's path. Remember we talked about competition earlier? Gold Star Chili competed with Skyline Chili, which was another Cincinnati brand. If Gold Star was going to survive, it needed an advantage, and it found one. The business had to stop relying on making chili alone and had to return to what the founders originally planned. Roger decided to expand the business's menu, but how? Tom and Chi was a Cincinnati fast food restaurant which specialized in grilled cheese. Tom and Chi had been on Shark Tank, and with the publicity it got, it went on an expansion spree. This turned out to be a grave mistake. The sandwich restaurant didn't have the administrative infrastructure to support its expansion and its franchises. Apart from the exposure it got from being on Shark Tank, there was no system to build on that publicity. Added to this, The sandwich chain had stores with different sizes and a menu that was unorganized to the point that customers had no clarity when it came to choosing. All of these problems combined to create a cost problem, and the solution was that the fast food chain had to be sold. Roger's question on what to include in the Gold Star Chili's menu had been answered. He saw an opportunity to buy the sandwich and swooped in with Gold Star, buying it for an undisclosed amount. We recognized Tom and Chi as another Cincinnati brand, and people were very passionate about it, he said. So Roger immediately began to fix Gold Star's new acquisitions problems. He brought down the costs franchise owners would need to open a store and helped reduce the cost of operations, equipment, and menu. Eventually, Roger created a holding company, Gold Star Restaurants, and put its two companies under it as he removed chili from Gold Star's name. While the brothers didn't like the name change, Roger explained that he chose to do so because he wanted to expand the company's horizon. The company intends to use its sandwich to gain a more national market. Speaking of national, besides having sandwiches on its menu, the brand now has burgers. Roger has his eyes trained on the future. The CEO has promised to look at concepts focusing on providing breakfast and lunch. This isn't just a promise. The company has continued to invest in its marketing and stores, redesigning and opening new stores in its locations as the brand targets a more contemporary market. The CEO of Gold Star is confident in the continued survival of the company, and only time will tell. Gold Star Chili started as a joint business of 4 brothers, and it would continue to grow under the leadership of different CEOs. The family would return to the managing business through Roger David, and he has continued where the other CEOs stopped, even trying to expand the brand's identity to survive its competitors. Will he be able to achieve the company's continued survival, or will the competition win? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to support our channel.